We're recording.
Yay!
Kia ora.
G'day!
Welcome to Castonitus Yarn. I'm Jill.
And I'm Kylie.
We're on all over the internet. Tina Yarn on Instagram and Ravelry.
And I'm Crafty Mama on Instagram and Ravelry.
Cool. And we were going to. My hair's all funny. We were going to hang out last weekend, but unfortunately we couldn't do it. So we're doing it this way. And it might be this way for the next couple since you're off to Australia.
I am off to Aussie. Yeah.
To see the bar now.
I am. The travel bubble has finally opened, and it's been open for a week. Unfortunately, I couldn't book my flights until the 1st of May because my co-worker was away and she'd already booked her leave. So I'm going for a whole month and I can't wait because I haven't been back to Sydney since July 2019, so nearly 2 years. Yeah, so I'm excited.
We were just chatting before how Kylie might take us around a couple of the yarn shops in Sydney. So,
yep.
Did you like how did the Sydney then?
Sorry?
Did I get it right? Sydney?
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 Do you know what? We've at knitting this morning, quite a few people were saying how I'm a lot less Aussie than I used to be in terms of my accent, and they said that, yeah, I'll probably go to Australia, I'll sound like a Kiwi when I get there, and when I come back from Australia, I'll sound like an Aussie again.
We'll be able to hear it as you're transitioning.
Probably. Crazy. Yeah.
Also, very exciting news this weekend is Kylie's birthday.
Yay!
And it's a long weekend too, so we even give you the day off, an extra day off.
Right.
Yeah. So it's Anzac Day here in New Zealand, which is like a poppy day for remembrance of Gallipoli.
Yeah.
It's the Second World War, isn't it? Is it the First World War?
First World War.
First World War.
Yeah. Yes, it's when the Australian and New Zealand troops invaded Turkey, and it was actually like it was a really so awful for our countries because so many people died. It was a very poor. I don't know whether we would say it was a poorly planned attack, but it didn't go well. Essentially, we lost a lot of people that day. Yeah.
And this time last year, we were in lockdown.
We were actually in level 3 because, and I know that because my husband's birthday was the end of March. We had just gone into level 4 for his birthday. And then for my birthday, it was like the first or second day of lockdown. Of level 3 lockdown. So, but it was still, everyone was still acting like we were in level 4, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
That's my recollection anyway.
Cool. Okay, so let's see. I haven't talked to you for have talked to you, but we haven't done this for a wee while.
Yeah.
Should we talk about what we've finished? Because I've not really finished anything.
I haven't finished much either. I've
seem to have started a lot.
I've had Castonitus as well. Yeah, I've finished 2 things.
Oh, good. So, more than me.
Well, I'll go first then. I've got. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. No, I'm good. A pair of socks.
Oh.
No, I am gonna sneeze. No, I'm not gonna sneeze.
Oh, that's what you started. Hey, they're really cool.
Yeah, I had just started these when we last recorded, I think. So this is called Evil Choices, and it's fully cabled.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of pages of patterning because of charts, because these are reversed, and so they actually had the whole lot was different charts. But they're really beautiful. I'm really happy with them.
What's that gradient yarn you've got?
It's an Aussie dyer. She's called Heather Maid. Like Maid as in M-A-I-D. She's on Etsy. But I actually bought this yarn at the Bendigo Aussie Wool and Yarn Fest in 2019, last time I was in Australia.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But the really interesting thing about these socks is that mostly I knit socks in knit, but this is in stockinette. And so I have this on the inside against my feet, but in this sock, that's on the outside. So I'm going to have the stockinette against my feet. And I actually knit them inside out.
Yeah.
I knit them mostly knit and then did cabling. So I had to pay a lot of attention because it was really easy to miss the cabling, not like when you're knitting and it's really obvious. So, yeah, very interesting. EBIL choices, EBIL choices, and that was part of my sock madness.
So are you still in?
I'm not. I had to bow out.
Did better than other years though.
I did. I got to the second round and I was nearly finished. Oh, no, I didn't nearly finish the first round. I missed a bit and had to pull things back, and yeah, I've been in a bad headspace. Most people know that I lost my my elderly puppy dog in a very awful way. So I've been, I don't know, haven't been able to focus on much. So, but I finished that before that happened, and so those other socks are like not even half finished. They're like in pieces because I tried to do surgery. But this has been the extent of what I've been able to focus on, a beanie. Which
nice colours.
Yeah, so I actually did this crazy thing where you go and buy yarn one day and you take it home and you cast on with the yarn that you've just bought.
Yeah.
Very foreign.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this yarn, and I had to buy, so this is for my my nephew who is 7-8 months, who I'm going to meet when we go to Australia. And so I got this yarn at Michelle Ann's in Pukekohe, Michelle Ann's shop, and she had it in a boy colourway and a girl colourway. So I have no one that this is for, but I actually liked the girl colours better. So look, it's all my colours. And it's got like the Fair Isle effect with the pink and purple. But it's an Italian yarn, Cessia Mistral Baby. It's like a sport weight. If you look on Ravelry, it actually says it's a fingering weight, but I'm using it as a sport weight because it's not fingering. And it's unshrinkable fine merino wool. So
that's cool.
That's like I would assume that's like a bad translation for machine washable.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a really round, plump yarn, and yeah, just a 50-gram ball to make a little hat. And the hat is a free pattern. It's called the Waffle Hat. That's on Ravelry, and it's really simple. It's just knit 2, purl 1 all the way around, and then every third row you do a purl round.
Oh, that's
to
quite
get
cool.
that. Yeah. Now the pattern, I read up on what everyone commented, and everyone was saying it's too long. It's quite a slouchy fit. And I was sort of thinking for a 7-8 month old, you don't really want a slouchy hat, but he's got a really big noggin. So I had to knit the child size.
You do that anyway, can't you? But
it's going to have to happen like that anyway. So I actually cast off early. I started shaping early, and it's still going to need to be folded up. So
it'll last a long time.
It will. It fits my daughter. It'll probably fit me too. It actually does. So yeah, but I needed something that made me happy.
Yeah.
And that photo, just beautiful.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. That's all I've knitted.
I finished my socks.
Good job. What
I was
socks?
doing. I just did the roasted rollers.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Yeah.
They look really nice.
I've worn them a few times, but I haven't even I haven't even sewn the ends in yet. But they fit quite nicely. Like you can just roll the little end in underneath it, so you can't see it.
The feature then.
Yeah, that's right. But no, I really like them. They're good with my sneakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like them, and they're comfortable. So that's all I finished. There's nothing to say about them really at all, except for they're finished. I'm getting better at the heel flap and gusset thing.
Yep. What yarn did you use?
Oh, I can't even remember.
Okay.
It was an opal one.
Right.
Opal.
Opal.
Yeah. I think if it wasn't that one, it was the other ones. Who's the other mate?
Regia.
Yeah, Regia. It's either Opal or Regia. I can't really remember. Got a half of skein somewhere. That was like a couple of weeks ago.
So you were saying you've had castonitis.
I have. So, you know that thing that you just said where you go and buy a ball of yarn and then you cast something on that day? Yeah, I did that.
It's therapeutic.
I know. I went to the local knitting shop in Tauranga one morning before I went over to Mum and Dad's in Matamata.
Yep.
And I thought, oh, that's really beautiful. So I got this. It's really nice. It's
Is that a Chapelle?
Yeah, crazy. Was it Alba Ball crazy?
I'm knitting with a Zalba Ball crazy too.
I'm knitting with two.
Oh, what are you doing?
Well, this one I had for a while, and it's kind of
fun.
Yeah, it's more your colours than it's my colours, and I don't really know why I bought it. I'm unsure. Like that's much more me.
Yeah,
quite like that with the orange and the reds and stuff. But together they're making a shift.
That's shift. Yeah.
Shift or shifty.
Yeah.
Whichever one it is. That's the cowl. So I've done the shift jersey.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the cowl, and
is it similar, like in terms of the pattern compared?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it goes that way.
Right.
That way on an angle. So as our discussions, I have the wrong size needles for it. So it's supposed to have like, I think a 3.5 or a 4, and I've got a 2.75. But I'm trying to go loose. So what I did was I weighed my yarn, and when I got, so this is my main colour.
Yep.
So that one gets used more than this one, because this one gets slipped quite a lot, because it's all slip stitches.
Yep.
So I just weighed it, and once I got it to, I think, 58 grams before I thought, well, I probably should start decreasing now.
Right.
So now I'm on the decrease end of it. So yeah, I've decreased that much.
Yep.
Yeah. But I quite like how I love the colours, how they're turning out with the different, like it's just like randomly changing.
Yeah, you wouldn't know that it was that like pastel.
No. Just very occasionally they kind of meld. Yeah. But, and a bit there with that green one as well. Kind of melded. But yeah, this is my favourite bit there.
Yeah, nice good contrast there with the red and the orange too.
Yeah, but that's my favourite little section. But that's like at the back, unfortunately.
Oh, you have to wear it differently.
Yeah. So that was my. I bought that and then went over to Mum and Dad's and cast it on that day.
Wow.
That was yes, cast on. I have when I stopped in your house last, I was making a cowl. I just put like, I don't know, 3 rows of it on. I finished it, except I haven't put it together. So
Oh, that's finished. I'm counting that.
Yeah, but it needs to be.
Yeah. Is it keeping up?
Well, either that or my 3-needle bind off, whatever. But it needs concentration. And similar to you, I've not been in a concentration space, so that's just sitting, waiting to be done. So that's like nearly finished. Am I carrying on with all my?
Yeah, keep going. Show us all your whips.
All my cast-ons.
Yeah.
So you know how I'm doing that? Is it Painted Waves?
Yep.
All of Stephen West.
Yep.
I purchased from Man-Made Fibre his mini skein set of his rainbow mini skein set.
Right.
And I got the dark rainbow. I also purchased from Kiwiana a nice kind of just a dark grey, bluey grey colour, I suppose.
Yep.
And then I've got all of these like little mini skein rainbows, and I'm doing a cowl the same as the rainbow waves in the round.
Nice.
Yeah, so it'll end up having 2 lots of colours, 2 lots of the colours of the rainbow round.
Yep.
And then that one will get put together as well. I think that'll be quite a long one.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm up to blue. So I'm going backwards in the colour wheel. Battle, Richard of York, gave battle in vain, and I don't know whether that was violet or an indigo, but I kind of went, I think it goes pink, purple, blue, or blue, pink, purple.
Yep. You can put pink wherever you want because it's not actually in the rainbow.
No, that's what I thought, but I kind of liked it after the purple.
Yep.
So pink, purple, blue. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing with that one.
Mm-hmm.
That purchase. Another pair of socks, obviously, socks at work. So these are just plain vanilla socks with, again, I'm getting quite good at my heel flap.
Looks really good.
This one, the gusset seems to go on forever. Yeah, so I don't know what we've done there. I'll just make it a bit bigger so it'll be for a bigger foot.
Yep.
As somebody, and I'm making that with this one.
Comfort socken wool.
Socken wool, made in Germany, made in Italy for Germany.
Oh, okay.
For H&W Germany. Anyway, I like how the it's kind of really tight little stripes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting effect, eh?
Yeah. And I'm doing a jersey. Which I've forgotten the name of. 1 minute, please. It is called the I'm boring you.
No, I should have made myself a coffee. That's what's going on there.
This is the Olivia sweater by Chunky Wools.
Yep.
And they're a European one because it was in euro. And this is where I got, I'm using some acrylic.
That's okay.
Sun's shining on me. I'm using FOMO.
But you've got to use that because it sounds amazing.
That's right. And I'm allergic to mohair.
Yes.
Yeah. And I didn't want to use my posh alpaca, sorry. Yeah.
How does it feel against your neck? Does it feel nice?
Yeah, it feels fine. It's nice and soft.
I find mohair very itchy.
Yeah, this isn't itchy because it's not mohair.
Yeah,
this is 78% polyester and 22% acrylic.
Yeah. So maybe I should look at some FOMO next time I'm doing something that requires mohair.
And I'm holding it with some of this stuff, which I think came from England in the 1940s, that I've had in my stash for a while and I've used. So I got it at our Monday night knit and spinning group.
Yeah.
And someone was getting rid of it, and there was a little bag full. It didn't seem like a lot.
But when it's cobweb.
It's cobweb, right. So with my little bag full I've got, it's going to be enough to finish off this jersey. It's going to, I already I crocheted a really big shawl out of it with all beads all over it, and also held it together with another yarn for my love note. So
crazy.
Yeah, this is it so far. So I've just cast off the bottom last night, so I just need to do the arms.
That's really sweet. I like the little detail. Is there detail in the increase or something?
Yeah, there is. It was you have to do like pearl increases.
Yeah, and it's kind of like giving like a ruffled sort of look.
Yeah, just this one. So I did a little rib for it, but I did this much because I was holding it together and I can't really see it properly because it's black. I lost count and I was purling when I should have been knitting, and and I kept having to pull it back all the time. So
black is hard to knit when you need to concentrate with black sometimes.
Yeah, I mean it's all right. It was all right going round and round and round. I mean that bit was easy, but with the having to, and I couldn't really see which, like when you knit and purl, you can see. Usually, what you should be doing next, and I couldn't see. So then I just did an I-cord bind off. I was like, oh, stuff it, I'm done with it. So, but it's still quite nice. It's a bit longer than like a shorty one. It's kind of goes to my hips. So that's pretty good.
Be like to a waist length.
Just a little bit longer than my natural waist.
To your hips.
Almost to my hips, sort of in between my waist and my hips.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know, it's kind of stretchy, and I like how it looks so far anyway.
It'll be really nice and lightweight.
Yes.
Perfect for Taronga weather.
Yeah. So that's all my cast-ons. And I haven't finished any of my other cast-ons, so it's just like more casting on, really.
Yeah. You've gone a long way with that black one.
Well, it's because I'm big needles.
What size
like
needle?
5s or something.
All right.
Or 6 maybe. Yeah.
Nice and quick.
Yeah. So it's kind of, it reminds me of, my mum wasn't a big knitter really, but when we came to New Zealand, I wanted a black jumper because everybody was wearing black jumpers, but I didn't want the same black jumper that everyone else had. So she knit me one, and it was like this part, what do you call this, like the weave part kind of reminds me of that, like a little bit gappy, a little bit bobbly. Yeah. So it reminds me of my 80s black jersey.
So I cast on a new sock this morning. That's what I'm working on. And I'm using the higher flyers, which is something that I know you've used recently, Jill. I'm still not used to it. Still not used to it. But I'll give it a go. Yeah.
I did these ones on my high flowers and really liked them.
Did you?
Yeah.
I tend to grab my needles, so I think that's probably why I like the DPNs. But I'll give it a go. This is a man sock for my dad.
Oh.
So made of that zobber ball, crazy zobber ball. And yeah, look, I'll knit the whole pair in these, but I didn't enjoy the first section, and I'm actually looking at it. I've missed some stitches, and like the shape is not great. So
you won't be able to tell when it's on a foot though.
You won't be able to tell on. Oh no, I'm not going to rip it back. But maybe with the second sock, I'll do that first bit on my DPNs and then switch over, if that's my only issue I have with it. So
I think I looked at it. I looked at them and thought I probably couldn't do a toe up with them.
Yeah.
And that's why I did my ones like top down.
Yeah, well, I really struggled doing toe up with it. Yeah, that's lesson learned. But anyway, they're just plain socks for my dad, nothing to write home about. I'll fly home for them though.
Will they be done in time?
No, they won't be done in time. I will hopefully, I'd say I'll get to the heel by the time we get there. Maybe I'll get past it. I don't know. But Dad said just knit socks the same size as Mum's. So I was sort of thinking I'd be able to try them on him while I'm there, so that they fit properly. What else have I been working on? Oh, I cast on the new Truly Myrtle Haven pattern. And I've made a whoopsie on it, so I actually have to rip some back. I made a whoopsie at knitting last weekend. I'm really enjoying it though. The yarn is from Fibre to Go, Lynn's Fibre to Go. It's really fun how it's got this section where you're carrying that up through it, and it's also got this purple, and that's what the lace will be out of. But yeah, they're not colours I would normally choose. I bought it as a set. It just called to me at the spin-in in Pukekohe. And you're not meant to, well, maybe I haven't made a whoopsie. I thought I decreased on this side. You're not meant to decrease on this side. And I thought I had. Maybe I haven't. Anyway, I threw it in the naughty corner and I haven't touched it since. But I do really love it and I will finish it.
Good.
Yeah. And my husband has actually been saying how much he really likes the colours. And I think that's nice when your partner, who sees everything you knit and, you know, is often part of colour choices and that sort of thing, even though you don't really listen to them, let's face it. You just want to hear them say what you want them to say, and if they don't say that, then you ignore them. But he's been really loving it. This colour I would normally choose. This bright aqua I would normally choose, but this dark green, I'm not a green person. I don't like green. But it was part of it.
Very cool together.
Yeah, it's working really well. So in the pattern itself, she's got a white and then a variegated, and so there's not as much contrast as there is line. So it's like up close there's a lot of contrast, but further away it doesn't meld quite as well, but it's really,
you can just see the garter ridges piece.
Yeah, it's really crisp, eh? So that's a Polworth base and it smells really good. I'll have to find out what she uses to wash her yarns. I've been working on my blanket as well, my crochet blanket. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 complete ones and 2 that are nearly complete. So I'm over the halfway point. I have ordered for my trip in Sydney. So this one is, this is the waiting blanket. This pattern is not on Ravelry. It just come in the kit and it's not even a project on Ravelry. So anyway, it's by Moya. I got the kit from Little Woolly Makes in the Mornington Peninsula in Melbourne. And since I purchased this kit, just recently she brought out a kit, the exact same thing, but in pinks and yellows and oranges. And I saw it and went, I have to have that. And so I got it shipped to Mum and Dad. So when I get to Sydney, I'll be able to work on that in Sydney.
You have your yarn parcels already arriving.
Yes, yes.
Fabulous.
I actually forgot to tell Mum and Dad that I'd ordered it, and one day I get this message from Mum, Kylie, I have a yarn parcel here for you. We thought you were coming to see us.
No, well, yes, but no.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. I'm still nowhere near finishing that, but it's been really good for me this last couple of weeks to work on that. So yeah. Oh, I have another finished object.
Oh.
I went to the Marja-Craft spinning camp in Papamoa. Papamoa, thank you. In Papamoa, over on the east coast, right near Tauranga. And on the first night there, we did a class with Janet Day. Now, Janet is an Australian, so we actually did a Zoom class. Oh. And it was quite cool doing that because there were, I don't know, 50 ladies all with spinning wheels in this massive room and a big screen, and we could all see Janet, and someone was walking around with the camera so she could see us, and it was quite cool. So she taught us how to make hodgepodge yarn.
Ah.
Now, hodgepodge yarn is a coarse spun yarn, and essentially we were given a bag full of random bits and pieces, some washed fibre, some unwashed fibre, some dyed fibre, some bits of yarn, like the eyelash yarn, bits and pieces, and we literally just like pulled the fibres apart and mixed it all together.
Yeah. And
then coarse spun that, and this was my very first time that I'd ever made art yarn, so I thought that was cool. I enjoyed it. I'm not an art yarn person, so I didn't really need to go and put it with my art yarn collection. I needed to knit it into something.
Yeah. Oh, cool. That's fun.
So that's just a mitered square.
That's brilliant.
It's going to be a pot holder.
Yeah.
It's very thick and ugly, and
it's not ugly. Cool. It's not ugly at all.
It's, well, my family thinks it's ugly. That's why I say it's thick and ugly. But it's quite cool.
I think
and
it's
like
cool.
the little end bit.
Yeah.
So I actually ran out. So I did a mitered square, just increased, and I was weighing it, and I increased until I'd used half of it. And obviously the second half of my spinning was fatter than the other half because I ran out. So I got to this point and I'm like, what do I do with it now? It's not even a thing. And so another class I did was drafting techniques. And we actually got like a whole section of fibre and spun it really, really fat. And so I had this other fat yarn, so I just picked up with that, and then I edged it with my fat yarn, and I just had that much left.
You could like almost slightly felt it, couldn't you?
The art yarn itself is felted already. So yeah, I could felt it. I don't know.
I think it's cool. I like it.
It is cool. It's kind of hard for you guys to appreciate it this way, but yeah, look, it's a multi-dimensional thing that will probably also change over time as it's used, as I put hot stuff on it, and it'll probably become like the ugly thing that Mum keeps on the dining room table, heirloom sort of piece. Yeah, so anyway.
I don't know why you keep calling it ugly. I think it's very cool.
I guess it's because my kids are calling it ugly. That's why.
Yeah.
So it'll be known as the ugly pot holder. Even my husband is calling it the ugly pot holder. Yeah. What would they know?
No, I don't think they do.
No, they don't. So I'm really happy with that.
That's cool.
What else am I working on? I'm working on a bunch of things. I picked up my Jupiter crop, and I'd actually like to finish that and take it to Australia to wear. I think that's achievable this week. I've really only got about that much to go. I didn't bring that out to show you guys because you've seen it, and I've done like less than an inch.
The spinning?
Oh, spinning. So I got a new wheel.
Did you? I didn't know.
I did. I got a Magikarp Rose, and I'm super excited and happy with it. I had a bit of teething issues with it to start, but because I was on the Magikarp camp, someone there was able to fix it for me. So it turned out that the tension, the woman I bought it from, it was her mother's. So the tension was just wrapped around, but it needed to be crisscrossed. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Just that fix. And the other issue with it is that the bobbins that it came with are the old original Magikarp bobbins, and they actually warp. So because they're plastic.
Right.
So a couple of my bobbins are a bit touchy. But this is the first thing I've spun on it.
Did you know that Magikarp is made in Tauranga?
I did know that. It's so cool. We should maybe try and do a visit with them one day.
That'd be quite cool.
I wonder if they would take us through their warehouse or workshop or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an international brand too. Like I've heard of people in America talking about Magikarp, and it's a thing in Australia, and I think it's so wonderful that we have Magikarp, we have Ashford, 2 international spinning companies, both from New Zealand. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So this is by Anna Grattan.
Cool, that's pretty.
Yeah, my daughter has her eye on it.
Yeah.
So I might end up making a love note for my daughter out of this.
Nice.
Because I'll probably have enough. It's Little Woolly. She does these glorious blends.
She does.
Oh,
I need to do not quite a snap, but
What colours have you got there?
this one's aquamarine.
Nice.
So this is Corridale, a little bit of rayon. This one is aqua fizz. Aqua Cori Fizz. So it's got Corridale and Llama.
Ooh.
And rayon in it. So my plan is to spin them separately and apply them together.
Oh, you'll be able to knit like a whole garment out of that.
I hope so. Yeah.
That'd be great. I have actually ordered her stuff to pick up at Woolfest. The spearmint, which is an aqua. Someone at our group has been spinning it lately, and every time she pulls it out, I'm like, once. So I've ordered a 500 gram pack, and I'm gonna knit. I'm gonna think about what I want to make with it, a garment, and spin for the garment. So I'm quite excited about that. But anyway, this is called Gypsy. I got that at Woolfest in 2019.
I find her really good price. I don't know the word what I was thinking of. Not expensive.
Yeah, inexpensive.
Inexpensive, yes. That's the word I was looking for.
Well, this is 200 grams for $20. Yeah.
Mine were 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then yours has got a big long list of stuff in it. Mine hasn't got all of that stuff in. Yes,
that's it. If it's got stuff like this, has nylon glitter, rayon, mohair, it's 70% Corridale. And she actually has Corridale. They're from her farm. She grows Corridale. Grows the Corridale?
Yeah.
Farms the Corridale?
The sheep probably grows the wool.
Yes, well, she feeds the sheep. But yeah, the spearmint I'm getting 500 grams for $25. Like,
Great.
pretty cheap. Yeah. So her stuff goes really quickly at Woolfest. So if you are going to Woolfest and you want to get some of her stuff, so her brand is Little Woolly Company, but she's called Annette Montgomery.
Anna Grattan.
Oh, Anna Grattan. Why am I thinking Annette? Sorry, Anna Grattan. My goodness. I've got Annette's stuff over here. She's called Anna Grattan. So if you're looking for her on Facebook, Anna Grattan. And so if you want something in particular, send her a message. She'll put it aside for you and have it, if you prepay for Woolfest. Otherwise, you can just take your chances. But it sells out quick.
Or just order like I did and she mails it to you.
Well, yeah, you can do that anytime you want. Yeah. I'm just really tight when it comes to paying for postage. It's a really bad habit. But as soon as I talked about Annette Montgomery, I'd got some.
Did you get one of the bats?
Yeah. So this bat was at the Waiuku Spin-In in Pukekohe. And I saw it when I was videoing for you guys and told myself I was coming back for it, but I forgot. So when I got to the Magic Craft camp and it was still there, I was like, oh, you're meant to come home with me. So Twisted Sisters. And yeah, it's the gold, purple, teal. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love Annette's bats. They're so cool.
Oh, amazing. Have you spun any?
I've done quite a few.
Do you always spin them the same way?
No. The last one I did, I laid it out and I did it that way. And so it was almost striped.
I'm going to try and do something different with that one because the other ones that I've got that I've spun it as a gradient, which is what I wanted. There was a article in Ply magazine, 9 ways to spin a bat. So I'd actually like to work through the 9 ways.
And Annette's also puts on her Facebook page. She's got instructions of different ways depending on what you want out of it. Yeah, it's
probably similar. I wouldn't mind trying. So I might do like a self-striping sort of thing with that one. I don't know, but because I bought a new wheel, I needed to get rid of my other wheel, so I had to finish what was on that wheel. So I've done that.
Cool.
And I've only finished the singles because the wheel is actually not in my possession anymore. So I had to finish the singles. I haven't applied them yet. I literally finished it on Monday and I've been working like a mad thing this week. So I will apply that this weekend and take the bobbins back on Monday night. That is the Hedgehog Fibers Fiber Club combed top custom blend, 40%, 18.5% merino, 20% alpaca, 20% camel, 20% silk. So it will be probably a 3-ply in weight once I apply it. It's going to be quite thin. It's pretty much lace cobweb spun. I had so many people at spinning, just spin it on your new wheel, it'll be fine. I'm like, no, you've got to have the discipline when it comes to spinning that if you're spinning a whole lot of stuff, you spin it all the same. Otherwise, you end up with something that you don't want and is unusable. And so I will apply it on my new wheel. That's it. That's all I got.
Is my spinning? I have been spinning a lot.
Yeah, show me your spinning, yes.
So I did finish off my my snails.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so that's my snails.
Oh, it looks so pretty.
So the sun's kind of coming and going, so the light's a bit weird here. So it's probably quite sparkly. So I had some of the Anna Grattan stuff in here, but it was really sparkly stuff, as well as some other things, some nice and soft. I don't know how much there is. I haven't washed it yet, but there we go. It's applied. It's probably about a DK weight.
Yep.
Because of,
Do you have plans for it?
what's that?
Do you have a plan to knit it? Or?
No, not yet. I'm just spinning at the moment. I've got a thing about spinning.
Yep.
This one is, I got this at the Morrinsville.
Oh, yes.
Oh, damn, I forgot to get the lady's thing. But I bought, it's a lovely lady and she sells things in 50 grams.
Oh, yes. Her stuff's awesome.
Oh my gosh. So it's merino silk and it's something like a really high percentage of silk. So I bought 2 different colours. I bought this kind of reddy colour.
Yep.
And I bought this orange.
Mm-hmm.
And I have made a gradient by spinning half. So I spun, what did I do? I did the red, then I did the orange, then I applied half of the red back on itself. Then I spun the red with the orange, and then I finished off with the orange together back on itself. So it's got like in the middle there is some kind of red and orange together.
Very clever.
But yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to make with that. That's probably about, which is my normal weight I spin is around about a sport weight. So this is, some of this is quite thin. So that might even be like a full ply sport rather than a sport DK.
Right.
Which is, yeah, because I'm not a very even spinner. There's always going to be fat bits in it.
That's all right. That's why we spin instead of buying yarn.
That's right.
If you want perfect yarn, you buy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Then, so Nana Cindy had a bit of a sale last week. She had like did 40% off. So I bought 200 grams of some dye candy.
I thought about buying some dye candy stuff while she had it. Which one did you get?
Get away from
her, you bitch. What colour is that? What colours are in there?
Well, it's to me it kind of looks like a bruise. Like there's purple and yellow and red and blue and a bit of green. So when I've spun it, like you see there's like kind of bits of red in there.
Yeah.
But it's kind of almost muddy, but
yeah, it's interesting.
Flecks of very cool colours in it.
Almost tweedy.
Yeah. So I just spun the whole thing. The first one, and I thought I kind of did a few different ways, well, 2 different ways. So the first 100 grams I just spun. The next 100 grams I tried to do it a little bit more like fractally.
Fractal. Yep.
Fractal, that's the one. So I split it into about 4 or 5 strips.
Yep.
And then I've just spun them together. And so the one I did in the thinner strips had brighter colours in it.
Right.
Than the one altogether, because that was kind of muddy. But I really, really like it. And I don't know. It's just, yeah, I think it's pretty.
It'd be really interesting to see it knit up.
Yeah. But yeah, I think you're right. I think it'd be quite tweedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but really like it. And I was thinking, well, I wonder if I could put those 2 together and knit something. That would be kind of weird. But, you know, who knows?
Have to wait and see.
Yes. So that's all my spinning, because I've been spinning quite a bit lately.
Yep.
This one I did on my nano. That's why it was so thin.
That's why.
Yeah. I wanted to use my nano, but I enjoy my other one better.
I feel the same way.
Yeah. I mean, it spun things beautifully skinny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I prefer the whole body experience rather than just the hands. Yeah. Well, I can use my legs, I might as well.
Yeah, I think the nano, I mean, it's great. It's great for traveling. That said, I'm not taking mine to Australia. But like if you've got if you're going on a motorhome trip or any trip where you're sort of just in a car and you can just throw it in and pull it out, fantastic. Great to take to a spin in, etc., etc. But if you're sitting down in your home spinning,
if you've got space,
and you've got space,
yeah.
I I'm with you. I prefer a wheel. Yeah.
Mm.
I might take, maybe I'll take a spindle with me. No, I won't take a spindle with me.
You've got too much knitting to do.
I am actually, my mother-in-law has a little Ashford Traveller. So I will take a braid of something, and I'm going to be there for 2 weeks, so I'll spend something while I'm there.
Yeah. If she's not using it.
She's I doubt she's using it. She has an Ashford Traveller. She hasn't spun much. She doesn't really, she's not part of a group, and she bought it when they were living on a farm, and the community, there was a couple of other spinners in the community, and since then I don't think she's really used it. But I could be wrong. I could get there and she could be spinning.
Who knows?
Who knows? I send her ply magazines and beautiful what do you call it, bumps and all sorts of things to try and encourage her to spin. But she says, "Oh, it's beautiful. I'm not good enough to use it." I say, "No, use it. It will make you a better spinner to use the beautiful fibre."
Yeah, and it's easier to spin if it's nice.
Way easier. Yeah.
Can I show you what else I bought with all my other things?
Oh, yes, please. Sorry, I jumped in.
Right. From Anna Grattan, I bought some of her pure wool from there. That's like milled there. Chocolate. Beautiful. Yeah. I got them into brown at the moment for some reason. I keep looking at browns. I go through stages of things, and then because I bought this one.
Yes.
Which is called Chocolate Brownie.
Good name.
And from Kiwiana, when I got the other one that I'm making the cowl with. So it's like, that's nice. And a couple of other brownie things that will just all meld together somehow.
You might be able to do some sort of brown gradient thing.
Yeah, I don't know what. I don't even know if I don't know if I wear brown, but anyway, I'm just attracted to browns at the moment.
You could maybe your husband jumper.
Yeah, he won't wear it.
Oh, okay. Don't bother.
Then totally opposite. This is what I got from Nana Cindy. So these were her one of a kind colorways.
Yep.
Both of them are I know they're different. This one's Polworth alpaca, and this one's merino nylon. So that's a sock and that's a knot. So you can probably could have noticed the difference just by looking, because that's much plumper than that one. Anyway, this one's called Dreamy. This one doesn't have a name. Okay, Nana Cindy.
I really like that pink one.
What are your colours again, eh?
Will they be socks or garments?
I don't know what.
That's fair enough.
They were on special now. Oh, they're pretty.
She had an amazing sale. I was very restrained with
off.
Crazy amounts. I think because she's going into a different sort of business with her sister. I think maybe she was looking to clear some stock and build some cash. I don't know.
So the Yarn Queen recently had a sale too, but I didn't partake. There's been lots of nice little sales on. Yeah,
it's sales season. I think also coming into a different season, knitting is so seasonal.
Yeah.
Yeah. People buy different things. Yeah.
Oh, that's all my purchases as well.
Very good. All of my purchases are going to be waiting for me in Sydney.
That's cool. That's very cool.
So we'll see whether I actually get around to using them or not.
Well, you just bring them home with you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And someone said to me, "Will you have room to bring all that home?" Well, I've bought three packets of 8 cans of L&P for my mum, because my mum's Kiwi, and so she drinks LMP and Jim Beam.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be taking back all of the LMP for her and buying her Jim Beam duty free.
Nice.
Yep.
Yes.
And cookie time.
Yeah.
My sister loves cookie time, and so my suitcase is actually going to be full of Kiwi stuff that I'm taking over for people. I have to get a Buzzy Bee for my nephew,
Mm-hmm.
who is, he's 7-8 months, the one I need the beanie for, because I'm not going to be there for his first birthday.
Mm.
So I thought I'd better get a Buzzy Bee, wrap it up, take it over, and then I can say put it away for his first birthday. So I might even just give it to him while we're there. Who knows?
Mm.
He's sitting up and crawling already.
Mm-hmm.
So he is on the move. Maybe it would be nice to give it to him, and then
You can see him using it.
yeah, and then he might be able to associate that with us.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
did you have
Rather
a
than-
Did you have a Buzzy Bee growing up?
No, well, because I grew up in England.
Oh, of course.
Mm.
Because I did, because my mum was Kiwi. So for me, it's like every kid has to have a Buzzy Bee. Yeah.
But we didn't come here till I was 15, so I was about old for a Buzzy Bee then.
Oh, are you ever too old for a Buzzy Bee?
I think so, maybe.
Oh, okay. The string gets a bit short, right?
Probably. You'd have to bit like crawl along, wouldn't you, to pull it along?
Yeah. Now, there are probably viewers who aren't from New Zealand or Australia. I mean, there's probably even Aussies who don't know what a Buzzy Bee is. A Buzzy Bee is a bee. It's a wooden toy, and it's got like the antennas they're on a spring, aren't they?
Yeah, springs, yeah.
So springy antennas, and the whole thing is a drag-along toy. Oh, and it flaps its wings as it drags along. That's what it does. Yeah.
Excellent.
Google it. They're really cool, and they're like real iconic Kiwi toys.
Very, very iconic.
Very iconic. And I think you can get an All Blacks Buzzy Bee now.
Oh.
But that's not right in my books.
No, because it's not the original.
No.
No.
Yeah. I don't know why you would buy an All Blacks Buzzy Bee. I guess people are mad on their rugby here, aren't they?
They are, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
On the news last night, most of the news was spent talking about how Eden Park had to cover the ground for the 660 concert. So got 50,000 people going to the 660 concert at a rugby stadium. So yeah, that was what most of the news was about. That's tonight, yeah.
Wow. That would have been like a solid 5 to 10 minutes on the news.
That was most of the news. It was like half of it.
Wow. I bet they were out there filming it and
Totally.
yeah.
And it wasn't just in the news bit, it was also in the sports bit too.
Of course, because sport.
Yeah.
Just shows you like how much happens in New Zealand.
Yeah. We're very lucky that we haven't got bad stuff to report on.
So lucky. So lucky. I can't believe how lucky we are here.
Yeah.
I feel very blessed living here. Yeah. So
are we finished? No, I think we're finished.
We've managed to talk about not much for a while, I think.
I think it's time to go.
Have you got anything else on your radar, or are you just plodding along?
I'm just plodding along at the moment. Yeah.
I will be knitting another gnome in Australia too, because the next Imagined Landscapes Mystery Gnome Along will be happening in May. So you'll see that. What else? That's it.
No, I'm just enjoying my spinning and just knitting, and I think I'll finish that black jersey, and then I don't know. I've got an idea of some other things I'd like to make, so we'll just wait and see. By the time it comes to make them, though, I might have fallen out with the idea. So I won't say anything out loud in case I don't commit.
Yeah. And
Yeah. I'd quite like to get some things finished. I'd like to get, my shifty finished and my other cow finished.
Yeah, I'd really like to finish my Jupiter crop.
And I was thinking today that my weaving has been languishing under the bed for a good 6 months. I might have to get the loom out.
Very good. All right. Well, it was lovely catching up with you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah,
and everyone else.
Yeah, I'm sad that we didn't get to catch up in person before I'm off. But
and next time I'm in Auckland, is the 2nd of May, which you're already in Australia.
Yeah. So we'll be like this for a bit.
Yeah.
And it won't be practical, I don't think, for us to do like a special episode because I won't have access to anything.
What do you mean?
Like if we did a sock special or
a
shawl special.
Oh, no, we can't do that. Well, you haven't got any of your stuff around you.
No. Yeah.
Maybe we'll have a yarn shop visit.
Ooh.
You can do a couple there and I can do a couple here. And
that would be really cool.
Let's see what we can do.
We'll see. All right.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
Nice to see ya. I can't get you until next time.
Bye.
Bye.